Grim here, and I'm here with another house tour. Uh, here with the Exorcised Coven Cottage. Thankfully, I was able to get it this year. I was trying to get it last year, and that didn't happen. I ended up missing it by a couple of days because I did not have enough gold to get it, and you can't get it outside of the event. So, if you want this house, make sure you get it before the event is over, because despite the fact that you can get the achievement outside of the event, you cannot get the house outside of the event. But now I finally have it. And thanks to all the furniture hunting I have been doing for Willow Pond Haven over the past year, I have thankfully been able to get all the furniture ready so I can quickly decorate it. So most of the furniture from here comes from either the luxury furniture or Solstice. A lot of their furnishings were really pretty that I got a lot of, or like other houses that I got. So yeah, without further ado, this is what was the Exorcised Coven Cottage, but now is Softnose's Retreat. Or Softnose's Sanctuary, because this is, in fact, where my character, Softnose, lived while she was in basically exile. Because she was framed for an attempted assassination against one of the Alliance leaders. Of course, she didn't do that, but she was framed for it. So yeah, unfortunately, due to her bounty, she was forced to leave and flee to safety and hide. So her and her battle companion, Mathieu, came here, because what better place to hide than a place that is thought to be haunted by witches? So yeah, as you can see, she likes really pretty glowing flowers. So, without further ado, here we go. Thankfully, this one is much smaller, so it was so much easier to decorate than Willow Pond. I will say, if you're just getting into furnishing houses, definitely start with something smaller. Yeah, over here we have her little garden, because of course she has to be self-sufficient. And then over here we have her fishing rack, because she lives right by like a little swamp area, so of course she's going to be fishing out of there. And then over here, it's the cute little kind of like tree garden area. And then over here we have her battle companion, Mathieu. And this is his kind of little personal area because he really likes flowers. So this is his own private personal area that he claimed as soon as they found this place. And it was really inconvenient for Softnose's brother Hardnose because, of course, this place was all crumbling to ruins. So she's like, guess what? I need you to build this area back up. And he doesn't do construction of any kind. So he's like, I can try. And yeah, this was the result of that. So yeah, this is his own little personal space that he likes to come to be alone. Now, of course, he has like free reign to go around the whole house. In fact, he sometimes leaves. He just has to be very careful he doesn't get caught. But this is also her permanent mount, so there will never be another mount that she'll ride. He is her one and only. I'm hoping to one day have permanent mounts for all of my characters. Much easier said than done, though, to be honest. Yeah, so there's his little area in the house. A really pretty little garden area. Oop. And then if we come over here, and of course there's the Dutiful Gar. I think most of my houses are going to have Dutiful Gars because I think they're cute, other than like really small ones or apartments, because they'd be kind of hard to fit in. Yeah, so if we come over here, we have her little bath area. Because, of course, she may be exiled to a little hovel, but that doesn't mean she has to be gross. And then, of course, not that anyone would believe her if she really said so, but she loves reptiles. That's like her favorite kind of pet. Which is why she happened to take in this little crocodile guy. Found him as a hatchling and brought him home pretty much against his will, and he's lived here ever since. And then if we come this way, up here is what she likes to call her shittin' shack. This is the little outhouse that she wanted her brother to construct, but like I said, he's not in construction, and so he's like, no, there's no way. Absolutely no way I'm going to be able to do that. So they ended up having to find an actual crafter for it. And that is where Crusher and Gatherer comes in, and they meet her for the very first time. She is actually my Master Crafter character. So yeah, this nice little fountain to wash the hands. And then of course the porta potty had to have a lid on it because you don't want that stinking up your whole place. Yuck. So yeah, nice little decorations. Then of course you gotta have well for fresh water. Because you definitely don't want to be drinking water from, you know, where you bathe. Yuck. Yeah, so that's kind of the outside. Just taking another little tour around again. Yeah, they both really love flowers. And then thankfully she doesn't have to grow too much food because her brother Hardnose comes every once in a while to drop things off. And then there's also her little swamp jelly, who she did not like very much at first. In fact, she wanted to eat him. Yep. She wanted to eat this little guy. But her brother Hardnose, when he came to drop off food one day, noticed him here. And he really likes books, so he reads a lot. And he happened to read up on swamp jellies. So once he saw this, he was like, oh my god, that's a really cool swamp jelly you got there. And she's like, oh yeah, really? And he's like, yeah. And then he started rambling off a bunch of facts about swamp jellies. And she's like, oh, so you're really knowledgeable about swamp jellies, yeah? And he's like, yeah, of course. Love them. I read about them all the time. And she's like, oh, okay. So, do you happen to know what the best spice would be to eat them with? And he's like, what? There's no way, you can't eat that. No, look how cute it is. That's a really unique swamp jelly. You can't eat that. And she's like, why not? And he's like, because you can't. And she's like, but free food. And he's like, I am literally bringing you free food. And she's like, but extra free food. So she's like, okay, fine. Just keep bringing me food and then I won't eat them, okay? So Hardnose is like, that's what I plan to do anyway. And she's like, fine, whatever. So she basically just let the swamp jelly stay here, thinking, oh, it'll probably leave in a couple of days. It never left. And then, of course, she went from, I want to eat the swamp jelly, to, that is my baby. If anyone touches my baby, I will kill them. So he's kind of just lived here ever since, floating around, aimlessly. No one knows why. Yeah, and then in here, come on. My gate does not want to. There we go. I decided to put a gate on the door because I thought it would be cooler than an actual door. There it goes. Yeah. And then inside, we have our nice little hideaway. Got her nice little kitchen table to sit at where she can eat her meals. Her fireplace, which can either have that, and then yeah, her fireplace, and then she's got, well, hello. Okay, I guess the music box wants to go next, because I don't recall hitting that. But she's got her pretty little music box that plays music and has the butterflies and everything. I'm just... Where's your hitbox? Thank you. Cool trunk for storage. And then she's got the bookcases that she uses for knickknacks, because other than medicinal herbs, she doesn't really care for reading very much. But she does enjoy reading up on herbs and medicines and figuring out how to make new medicines and everything like that. And if she needs any books, she can just borrow them from Hardnose because he's an actual bookworm. Literally, his house is just entirely books. Like books and bookcases. And then over here, we have her altar, because of course she deals with storm magic. And then here, of course, we have her altar protector, Pearly Death. He is her favorite pet. She takes him pretty much everywhere with her, and then here at home, he protects the place when they're home. Yeah, the Hollow Soul, the little bone that's glowing purple on here, was actually the theme of this entire house. Because originally when I first thought of doing this house, back several months ago, I couldn't decide if I wanted it to be classical Halloween theme, or if I wanted to do kind of like the Mimi thing and make it like Christmas themed. But then I was opening crates quite a while ago and I got this. And I was like, oh my god, that is so cute, and that would be perfect in the Exorcised Coven Cottage. But I was like, then what would I do? Like, whose house would that be? Because eventually, I want all of my characters to have their own house or houses. And eventually, even though a lot of people say that it's probably going to be pretty hard to achieve, I want to own every single house in the game and have it decorated. So I was like, well, who am I going to give this house to? And then I was like, oh my god, this house would be perfect for Softnose. At least for her escape house. Because this is where she ends up spending several years. So yeah, she's got her altar there, and then over here we have her little kitchenette with her herbs and all of her stuff stored that Hardnose brings her occasionally. And then there's her dresser type deal, her armoire, I think it's called. And then her bed, which was made to look like those beds that have like the cupboard, like the pull-out cupboards, but I didn't exactly have like a cabinet that actually had like those kinds of things, so I was like, this looks pretty nice. So yeah, this is where she comes to sleep. She just kind of hops up there. But yeah. And that's her safety retreat. And this is where she stays for quite a while, her and Mathisho do. Until eventually, she ends up meeting Severa, and then Severa ends up clearing her bounty, and proving that she was in fact framed for the crime. And eventually then she gets to come out, and actually go live in the world again, and doesn't have to just rely on her brother Hardnose and Great Destroyer of Kin, her adopted brother. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and again, happy Halloween!